What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox. It's good to be back. Today in the BrewLab, a little bit of janky vibes. I'm in the mood for it. I had a very long day. That's why I'm streaming so late. My apologies to whomever is used to my usual schedule. Today in the BrewLab, we are going to be playing some Shaile, Dean of Radiance. We have not played any Silverquill on the channel since its inception, so I thought, why not? Actually, my favorite color combination, if anybody really asks me, what is your favorite color duo in Magic the Gathering? I My usual answer would have been Silverquill for many years, and I think that still holds true. It's just that right now it's not quite as strong as some of the others, and so I have been playing a little less of it. But black and white is my favorite. And I whipped this up this morning. I played good. Let me just double check. I think over 20 games today with the deck, and it's been doing some pretty cool things. I made a little bit of adjustments, of course, as we do in the lab. We mix and match, add a few cards, take away another few, play another few games, test it out. Is that working? No? Okay, let's swap them back in. Maybe take, go up a land, go down a land. It is a Lurrus deck, so and therefore it has a very low mana curve. The highest, um, permanent you can run in a Lurrus deck is a 2 mana permanent. The cool thing with these modal dual-faced lands, cards, MDFCs, is that you can play a 2 mana card on the front side, which still kind of fits the Lurrus companion rule, while still having a 4 mana card on the backside in the form of Embrose, Deed of Shadows. So it's a cool little way of sort of tricking the companion rule by playing the cards that are higher mana value than the companion rule allows for when Lurrus is your companion. So really cool there with Shaile's backside as Ambrose, Dean of Shadow. Weird card. I've been looking at this one and trying it out in many shells ever since it dropped because, like I said, Silverquill Orzhov is my favorite combination, but I just have, for the life of me, not quite found the home for it because it's quite clearly a +1/+1 counter card. It's a cleric, maybe clerics, maybe warlocks, but definitely to do with +1/+1 counters. And I think this is finally the one. It's really been putting up the numbers. Like I said, I've played something like 15 games or so, and I'm sitting on 68% win rate. So I hope to show you what I mean during the video. The creatures are only 14, which is quite low, but we get there by controlling the board with a plenty of removal. So we're running 3 copies of Dire Tactics, which requires you to have, it doesn't require you, but it's better if you have a human in play, because then you don't lose life equal to that creature's toughness when you exile it. Then we're running 3 copies of Fracture, instant speed as well, which allows us to destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. Then we're running 3 copies of Humiliate. I think I could go down maybe to 1 copy and increase my creature count, but we can, usual BrewLab style, maybe play a few games, see how it goes, and make adjustments later. By the way, for whomever is watching this, I always make sure to, uh, if I do adjust something during the footage, during the game time, during the stream, I also then adjust the deck in EtherHub so that what you're copying for you to play off of EtherHub or from the YouTube description down below, by the way, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, is going to be the final version that we actually play at the end of the stream. Then, 3 copies of Vanishing Verse, also instant speed, also exile effect, target mono-colored permanent. And then we're running 3 copies of the Call of the Death Dweller. You know what? I'm going to go down 1 copy and up 1 copy of Codespell Cleric. That way we're running 15 creatures, makes me feel a little bit better about the lower creature count. It's kind of similar to a Magecraft deck in that, yeah, we're not running too many creatures, but by running Lurrus, we make up for that. So even if things dies, we can often get them back from the battlefield, from the graveyard, unless of course they exile our Lurrus. And that's why I'm running Call of the Death Dweller, because we can also, if they don't exile Lurrus, but they just destroy it, we can go fetch it with a Call of the Death Dweller that says you can return up to 2 target creature cards with total mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a Death Touch counter on either of them, then put a Menace counter on either of them. So we're running the Ozolith. So those Menace and Death Touch counters are pretty cool if things get killed again, or we can use Embros, which is kind of the little hidden secret meta, I beg your pardon, tech in this deck. Basically, Embrose's ability says that you can tap it and put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature. Then Dean of Embrose of Shadows deals 2 damage to that creature. So if, for example, we return with Call of the Death Dweller a Codespell Cleric and a, let's say, Clarion Spirit, or Bloodsky Berserker, or Shaile, Dean of Radiance, and then we target it because they, I beg your pardon, we can't do that with the Clarion Spirit, just with the ones that are 1/1s. We target them with Embrose, his ability. Where is Embrose? Here he is. We target one of those 1/1s that have just come back from the graveyard, or even when they're just in play normally, with Embrose's ability. Then the second part of it says that whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter dies, you draw a card. Because it's doing 2 damage to that creature is going to die. But because we brought it back with Call of the Death Dweller, it not only has a +1/+1 counter on it, but it also has either Menace or Death Touch, and those counters will end up on our Ozolith. So then when those creatures come back into play the following turn via our Lurrus, we can then move the counters off of the Ozolith back onto whichever creature is best to put them on. Then we're running 3 copies of Guiding Voice, which is unfortunate. I wanted to run 4, but it's I'm just sort of struggling for card space in the deck. But essentially it says put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and then learn. So that gives us access to the lesson board. Because we're running Lurrus, which is one of our cards in a 7-card best of 1 sideboard, we can only have 6 other lessons on top of the Lurrus. 6 lessons and the Lurrus. So I'm running 1 copy of Academic Probation, 1 copy of Environmental Sciences, 1 copy of Reduced to Memory, 1 copy of Introduction to Prophecy, Expanded Anatomy, and Introduction to Annihilation. I just kind of went with 1 of each of the colorless ones, which I love. They're kind of turning out to be my favorite lessons out of the new lesson cards. And then 2 of the white ones. None of the black ones are really up my alley because we don't want to be exiling anything. Although we do occasionally create quite a few token creatures with the Clarion Spirit that we could then sacrifice to the Necrotic Fumes to exile something. I don't know, maybe we can do that instead of this. Yeah, I think that's a great idea actually. Let's get rid of the white lesson and put in Necrotic Fumes. See, we don't want to be exiling any of our few and far between creatures with, oops, not in the main deck. Not in the main deck. Oh, goodness. Necrotic Fumes, Sideboard, Lesson, Necrotic Fumes. Okay. Also, I think now I'm watching this more and more, I'm going, I'd rather maybe run 2 Professor's Warnings and have 4 Guiding Voices. I was preferring to run 3 because of the target creature gains indestructible, just as another way to protect our Lurrus. But I think what we can do is go down 1 copy of maybe Fracture, maybe Vanishing Verse. I think Vanishing Verse. Go down 1 copy Vanishing Verse, up 1 copy Professor's Warning. Run the deck like that and see how it goes. So Professor's Warning says you can choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, so kind of going along with the Ozolith deck, +1/+1 counter theme, but also you can choose for only 1 mana. This card is super cool, a little bit of a sleeper in my opinion. Like instant speed, 1 mana, 2 options, either counter or gains indestructible until end of turn. Pretty damn sweet. So yeah, okay, I think I'm preferring this configuration. Vanishing Verse is often, especially now that we're in this Strixhaven meta, there's a lot of dual color cards. So there's not, sometimes it just sits dead in your hand because you cannot exile a dual colored card, and there's lots of those being played right now. So maybe this is the better configuration of numbers of cards. Let's see how it goes. I might go down 1 Fracture, up 1 Vanishing Verse by the end of the video because there is maybe a few less artifacts and enchantments going around that we need to take care of. But yeah, Fracture is pretty good as well. Of course, 3 different things that you can hit for 2 mana. Instant speed, insane. Beg your pardon. All right, I think that's enough introduction to the deck. Let's jump into some games. I've got a really cool Silverquill control deck getting ready. I've been fiddling with in the lab all day as well and we'll probably be streaming that one tomorrow. Scroongo Bungo. What a cool name. A Scroongo Bungo. Interesting opening hand. Tap land. But that'll do. That'll do. Plenty of removal. You got digging in their hand as well with Humiliate. I wish this wasn't tap land, but that's okay. Scramble Bungo with Lurrus as well. Cycling. Caramba! Badoo. Did you connect a new coil? No. Use all the settings. Be the valiant rescuer. Well, that's a little disappointing. I would really have loved to draw a land there. We are running, how many lands? 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 21, 22 lands in a Lurrus deck. So lately, some serious mana issues. For those of you who've been watching me for the last couple of days, it's not been a good couple of days. Yeah. Doesn't swing. Okay, so Professor, the Cleric. We should most certainly play the counter from the Codespell onto the Spirit here, because they don't have much in the way of flying protection in this color. And then just keep up blockers and make sure to hopefully humiliate a few more Zenith Flares out of their hand. Cycling is such a rubbish deck. I have a very bad feeling about this, by the way. 2 lands, there got 5, that never feels good. Hello? Okay. Tap land. Still land. Sigh. Let's put that on the bottom. Play a Dean. That way, even if we don't get... Yeah, I mean, you can... Yeah, okay. That's nice. Badunk! I still don't understand the reason why anyone wouldn't play Lurrus in the cycling deck. There aren't any cycling creatures worth playing, really, that are higher than 2 converted mana value, so it's strange. We're definitely going to use our Codespell here to block the Flourishing Foxy. Badunk. Yes! Land is good. Nice. Also, cycling plays no sweepers, so you know, unless they get Zenith Flare and build up a huge Zenith Flare tile, we're probably doing alright here. I don't know why. Well, no, okay, those counters just go on everyone that just came. So, Shaile's first ability says that when you tap it, and the cool thing, it has that vigilance, so you can attack him, then tap it, and put a +1/+1 counter on everything that you need to play that turn. Right. Time to go fetch our Lurrus as well. I think that's probably the best option. And we're gonna probably block with our Bloodsky. Should have swung in with Shaile as well. Is that how you pronounce it? Shaile? 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 So here comes probably a Flourishing Fox or another Valiant Rescuer back to the field, which is fine. That's one less cycling card in his graveyard. I'm okay with that. Oh goodness. Target creature gains trample. That is bad news, bears. We are absolutely screwed. That nice. Honestly, this is the first time I've actually I played so many cycling decks. Can you do it at sorcery speed? Yeah. Okay, so we're blocking with. Actually, let's block with Shaile. Oh, why didn't I block more? That's so silly. That is so stupid. I'm really tired again. I need to sleep more. Make these stupid mistakes. Okay, so do we go for the call? No. Okay, they're sitting on 11 in their Zenith Flare pile. I wonder what card could we put into this deck to... Oh, boring! You suck! Honestly. There's really nothing special about a cycling deck as far as skills go. Anyone can play this nonsense. Wrong card to give trample to, my friend. You'd be dead anyway. We gain 3, we lose 3, but we have 5. I think that's gonna be okay. Okay. Zenith Flare, my favorite. What a crock of poop. Such a load of crap, that deck. It's really just no fun. Cheers. A little bit of a aged grappa from my home state of Piedmont. Ooh, a Spaniard. I wish I was rocking my Italy flag sleeves. I'll keep that. I'll definitely keep that. Oh, not a land problem this time. Once you have like 4 or 5 lands in a Lurrus deck, it's usually pretty sweet. Also nice to be being milled, because, yeah. Okay. Let's play you. Is he gonna exile my Codespell? He does. Charming fellow. My Triton. So definitely some kind of reanimation things going on here. So if I want to be playing Codespell and something else, I need to have white mana. Creature or land. Let's do this. Unfortunately, I didn't have Vanishing Verse. Goes for the lands. I was worried he would go for, I don't know, one of these other things like milling me. Thassa. Interesting. Padan Fane. That's a character from a book I've read. I know Padan Fane. Isn't that from so cool, like I'm such a nerd and everybody else who plays this game is such a nerd. Padan Fane. Wheel of Time. Dude, my favorite freaking series of all time. What a legend. I have full respect for this opponent now, just because of that. Let's go with black. Let's go with Humiliate first. Bye-bye Thassa. Let's go with Tactics. Sorry, Menace. Can't block that, can ya? I wish I had my Ozolith to save those counters, but it's okay, because we're going to play Lurrus next turn. Or, you know, fetch it, and then maybe go lesson boarding. What would we take from our lesson board? Maybe a Necrotic Fumes. Or maybe just put more counters. Oh, now it comes. White. Boom. Badoom. Double block? Sure. This isn't even a zombie. We're only going to gain one. Interesting choice there. I put this deck as jank on either hub. I don't quite know whether it would be better labeled as some kind of a aggro deck. You know, I was stumped as to what I would label this deck. If is it combo, is it aggro, is it mid range, is it that's his Oracle? He's trying to mill himself? I honestly don't know what's going on here. It's a pretty weird deck, but okay. More land. I lag. 1. Hit 2. You're welcome to block it with Maya Triton. That's 9 counters I'm gonna put onto my Lurrus and then bring it back next turn anyway, so no worries. Be happy. And we can cast the Bloodsky and then the Expanded Anatomy, so we still get the trigger. It's going to bounce the Thassa's Oracle. Interesting. No, he's not. Mill. Self-mill. Self-mill Sultai things. Oh no! Binding. Alright, can we do both? No, I'd rather just do this one, to be honest. Boop. Health. Yeah, buddy. The cool thing about Codespell is you can, if it keeps dying with Lurrus, I mean, I really think it was intended as that. Go for the Lurrus. I mean, that's what I would do. Good laddie. Now we need a second, not land. Anything but a land, please. That's a pretty cool little combo. I've never used Thassa in that way myself with the Acolyte of Affliction. Now you can just keep fetching removal in the form of Binding of the Old Gods every turn and ramping. That's pretty damn cool. I want to get my Call of the Death Dweller. How many copies did I end up leaving in the deck at the start of the video? We've got 2. I want my Lurrus back. He's milling himself very quickly. I'm hoping then he's not going to bust out with Thassa as Oracle and win the game that way. It's a pretty cool deck, I guess. Mill. There's a risk that he'll mill himself though. Land. Down to 1. The what's his name? Something Verse. Vanishing Verse can get rid of Thassa as well. God. I really need Call of the Death Dweller now. That's a lot of counters. Scrying with the Campus. No. Goodness, we did that. I think we probably have a better chance of him milling himself and not finding the Oracle in time than actually going down to 0 health. Although he's just going to return the Thassa's Oracle to his hand right now, probably. Killing our Ozolith, do we? It's weird that you can't just decline. Call of the Death Dweller. Come on. We need to go up 1 copy or put in some Agadeem's Awakenings or something to that effect. Another reanimation spell. We either need that or a Vanishing Verse to get rid of the Thassa, so that he cannot go and fetch Thassa's Oracle when he needs it. Down to 4. There goes all our counters. What? Why, Dick? Why? It's GG. Cool deck, man. Very strange combos going on here. Haven't seen anyone playing this. It's really nice. Very unique, very creative. Sultai self-mill. Very, very nice. Extremely nice. Bye-bye counters. Yeah, I know, dude. Two losses. come on. Deck, we're on stream. The viewers want wins, don't you? Oh! Adjustments. We're in the lab after all. What did I say there? Let's just quickly make some changes. I don't know, is 22 lands too many with such a low mana curve? Do we go down one Fracture, up one Vanishing Verse, as I said? Do we go down one Guiding Voice, Lesson Board, not that important, up one Call of the Death Dweller? I like that. Let's do that. Also, we could maybe drop a land. Let's say one of the Snarls, or the Temple. We don't need to be scrying much. And put in Agadeem's Awakening. I like that. That's cool. That's a nice little, a little quick edit. Gigantha with these cool sleeves that I won actually recently on my what's it called? Battle Pass. So the cool like turn 2, 1-2 combo thing going. I like playing this like this. Ozolith first, Codespell second. This guy? Nice. This is another great little 1-2 play. Counterspell. Some removal on my Codespell. What's going on here? Is that Imbraham from the Strixhaven set with some sort of dude riding on the back? Pretty sweet. I think I have these sleeves. I'm gonna run them. They look nice. I like that when you move your mouse over them, you get this cool little clouds fluttering effect. Go on then. Dude. Mr. Dude. Mr. Tokoto. Okay, pretty annoying. So the least. Spread those counters a little bit. Jeskai touches the Giganta. I mean, definitely quite aggro-ish. Not as good as an aggro deck as, let's say, maybe one of the Magecraft decks or Mono Red or something to that effect, but still pretty cool. I mean, consistently swinging in every turn, except for turn 1. We have no hasters, like the Codespell. Nice that he went for that one. You get to save the counters. Playing Giganta? What are you trying to do here? I'm not entirely certain what this deck is all about. I'm pretty sure he's got a counter spell up though if he doesn't play anything. I don't know if feeling keen to play a Lurrus here. Yes! Yes! Black Lurrus. Looking good so far, but we were looking pretty good on that game with the Cycler as well, and then they just Zenith flayed us into oblivion. I'm really not sure what this guy's trying to do here. Velomachus! Ouch. What's he gonna get off the top? A command. That's okay. I wonder which modes he's gonna go for. How's the stream doing today? Excellent condition, green lights. Which modes are you going for? I love Velomachus. It's such a cool card. I can't wait for new cards from the D&D set to put it through its paces. Okay, he's gonna go for the Brewers, unfortunately. But now we've got 3 copies of Paul. So hopefully we get it back sooner rather than later. Destroy target. Why am I getting... because I've got... Yeah, we can block the Velomachus now. Cool. Ish, I guess. Meh. Ooh! Please fall. Oh! Yakasha! That was close. Oh. Cool deck, man. Ooh, shock that Fern. It's going for the swing anyway, hoping to get something that will remove my spirit. I'm hoping he whiffles. Oh, not again. Bye bye, Lurrus. I should have put the counters on you. Bugger. That's really unfortunate. God, mate. This is a good game. Three straight losses. Woo! After having gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight wins just before the stream. Murphy's Law holding true. By the way, doing really good here on our saving up for D&D set. Haven't spent a single wild card, gold or gem in over a month. We are ready for new cards. Mr. Scrump. Scrumpy Dumpy. Scrumdumptious. Scrumdumptious. Yeah, okay. That's pretty fine looking little hand we got going there. First one. Nice. You are so much stronger than you know. Interesting. Interesting. And Clarion Humiliate. I'm thinking, I mean, it is of course great to get information upon the opponent's hand, but I think if there's a sort of extraneous card that we don't know whether, you know, something could be taken out or taken in from the deck, I have a feeling that Humiliate might be that card. That's very nice. Now we're on the turn where the sweepers start to happen. If they have an extinction event or something like that, I will not be that happy. Okay. Opponent is bricking. We lucked out. Might be happening next turn. I doubt it's extinction event because then they lose the recursion on their little guy here. Put those counters on the Dean. Okay. Here comes the Skyclave again, I think. Ooh, Bastion. Not too bothered by that. We can get rid of it with Fracture right now. And just a normally cast, unkicked Skyclave Shade. So. 1. 2. Bye-bye now. Please come again. Double block the Berserker. I guess he was really relying on that Bastion. Fracture, putting in the work. Your defiance is amusing, little mage. It's time you learn how fragile you really are. Yes! First win of the stream. Phew! Feels good. Got to get at least one win while we're streaming. That otherwise it just feels bad. I'm liking the changes we made to the deck. So far, so good. We got that Call of the Death Dweller just as we needed it in the previous game, or the game before that. Oh yeah, the previous game. Mr. Hanny Hal. How are you, mate? Hope you're doing alright. That's my, oh, one land hands. Oh, needed to be mulliganed. My impression of croakies. Oh no, it's rogues. Our favorite. Let's just play the Ozolith. Who cares? Oh god. Oh, I hate rogues. I hate rogues. I hate rogues. Oh, why? Why? What did I do to deserve a ruined crab in my life? Just the most boring crap deck to play against. Oh my god, I'm so sick of it. I would rather play mono red any day than rogues. Any day. Any day of the week. The only cool thing is they're milling stuff that we can get back with Lurrus. But I mean, we're at the point now where they can just counter everything we play. They're just gonna hold up the mana, they've got Drown in the Lock in hand. I guess. I don't play rogue plays. I just scoop. Bye bye. Enjoy your crappy day, Mr. Honey How. I just can't anymore. I'm at the point where I just scoop. I see a crab, I scoop. My rank isn't important to me anymore because I'm already in Mythic, so just turn one crab. Like occasionally I'll play it out if I have removal for the crab, turn one. Otherwise I just scoop. Turn one crab, turn two, whatever that 1/1 rogue thing it's called, and then I just kind of play anything else for the rest of the game. That's just like, okay, why even bother? Shaile! Shaile, how are ya? More rogues? Or mill? Rogues without Lurrus, which means the Zareth San. What I haven't tested yet, you know, I was telling you guys a few times in the videos before this about the sometimes you make this mistake when you bounce, let's say, a bulky with your Yorion, when you reanimate your, times when you're hoping to get back the backside of these MDFCs, and then you get the front side. So if you play Lurrus and then you reanimate a Dean from the graveyard, can you cast Embrose or can you only cast Shaile? Be interesting to see. That's pretty nice. It's looking like mono blue. Cathoran War Chance, Volume 3? That doesn't even belong in this wing. Sort of robotic librarian. Yep, it's Mill. My third pet peeve. Mono red, rogues. This rubbish. Luckily, we've already got enough things down on the board that we'll probably just beat them that way. We'll fetch our Lurrus so we can bring back stuff their mill. Skadoosh. What I really like about the Ozolith is they can, things can be exiled as well as anything really, and you can still, even if they just bounce a card back to your hand with mono blue, which is why I brought it up in this case, the counters still go on the Ozolith. Land would have been much nicer. Cannot play Ambrose. So let's go for the Professor's Warning. Now let's exile you. Oh no! And play. Opponent scoops it up. Eat poop. Nasty, dirty Miller. Off you go. Mill is just, it's really bad. I don't like playing it. Of course, no, I don't think anybody does. I don't think even the people playing it are like doing it. But um, the reason why I bring this up is because we have recently received some spoilers from the new set, and there's this new card that looks like millers are going to be absolutely loving. It's called Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and it says each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with total mana value 20 or more. Imagine you hit, and it's only costs 3 mana, 1 colorless, 2 blue, rare sorcery. Imagine you play that card against, let's say, a Magecraft deck, a Lurrus deck, where the most highest permanent in their deck is a 2 mana card, or against mono red that plays a lot of small creeps. Like, you could be. Oh, I beg your pardon. Also, let's not forget that lands and anything with X in it is 0 mana value, so those get milled anyway. You get your lands get milled. You can mill a lot of cards with, or exile, but essentially, which is even worse than mill, because then if you do playing a deck where you want them to be milling your stuff, like let's say a Croxer deck or whatever, they're not gonna, this is gonna kill escape decks and all sorts of things. It's gonna be really interesting. By the way, keep your eyes on the channel. Once spoilers start, I will definitely be making some content. Jube, this guy plays rogues. I played him earlier. Please don't be playing your rogue deck. Please, Jube, do not be. Okay, no, he didn't have these sleeves in his rogue deck earlier. Please, anything but rogues. Cool. We can Clarion Spirit and then Humiliate. Pardon me. Jube. It's a manga character. I know that Jube. Let's Google. Jube manga. Oh yes, of course, from Ninja Scrolls. Cool manga. Do we play a Codespell? No, we don't. This is the better play. So we can Codespell Guiding Voice. It is the rogues. It's not even rogues. It's like just that kind of weird mill strategy. God, man, why do we have to just be playing these types of people every day? Get rid of their counter spells, if any. Almost. Does he Glasspool mimic the crab? No. Thank God. And Shaile and Guiding Voice. Get another trigger on the Clarion Spirit. Yay. Let's save that, of course, for whenever we need to get Lurrus back. So Shaile plus Guiding Voice. I beat him last time. It's not your typical rogue deck. It's a more sort of weird mill control combo thing going on here. Spirit followed by an Omen. It's possible. Oh yeah, there we go. Here come the rogues. Alright, so guess. Okay, get rid of that flyer. We're getting him there. I think we've probably won this one. Would be pretty nice if that was the case. I would love it if you stopped milling my lands into oblivion so I could actually cast the Lurrus at some point. Otherwise I'll just do a Call of the Death Dweller and get a couple of things back next turn. What did you do? Oh. Okay. So the Soaring Thought Thief cannot attack. I'll probably put that on the Thought Thief anyway. I would have killed you. Really? Oh yes, baby. Oh yes, baby. Block the 2 power 1 with the flyer now. Surely. You could have double blocked the Clarion Spirit. Then I think you would have lost this game. Down to 1. Very nice, very nice. Stinky Miller. Another mill deck with rogues. 2 in a row. Just nothing more annoying. Come on. Call of the Death Dweller, I think, next turn. Regardless of what happens, I think we've won this one. He's going to get a blocker up with my Clarion Spirit that he got with Narfi's Betrayal. But I think we win anyway. He doesn't have enough blockers. Okay, now he can block with the Thieves Guild Enforcer and get a bit of life gain. So we need to avoid attacking with any non-flyer. I think we still, yeah, we still win. Good game. I beat this guy twice today, out of 2 games. I'm so happy about that. Yeah, there's nothing better than beating a rogue deck, like, except for mono red, and I sound like a stuck record. I just keep repeating myself, but it feels so good to beat mono red, rogues, and third one that I hate the most. What was it again? Cycling. Beat cyclers, beat mono red, beat rogues. Oh, it's what dreams are made of. What's the stream sitting on? We're on an hour. I think this is the last game of the day. We are sitting on 49 subscribers to the channel, which I'm very, very happy about, considering the channel is only a month old. So thank you to all of those who have subscribed. But Ricky J, was it a freaking, what's his name? Tybalt's Trickery deck and he just didn't get the hand he wanted or something. Always nice to get a free win like that. Gives us time for another game. What was I saying? A 92%er. That's a nice hand, even though I could do with a little bit more lands. Hello, how are you? the 1-2 punch. It's probably cycling again. No problem. It's really not a problem. I would like another land though. Thank you, deck. So we go boom, a boom. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. I have a 2-year-old son. That song is the bane of my existence. Let's go fetching, and that's it. We can use Professor's Warning's second ability and make something indestructible and block whatever the hell they're coming at us with. Hasty Winota doggy things. Maybe. Winota. No. Just dogs. Maybe still Winota though. I wouldn't be surprised. 92% are playing dog tribal. Pretty cool. So I think this is the game here. We go Lurrus, Codespell. I like this deck. I like Codespell Lurrus. I wanna experiment more. I have a strong feeling this is a Vanilla deck, but let's block some stuff. I was actually really hoping that they would swing in with something because I want these code spells in the graveyard. Let's save that and let's just take 4 damage. I'm not too bothered by that, to be honest. Black land would be nice. Let's do Dean followed by a code spell. And we still have enough mana for dire tactics. Alright, the blade is still bye. Oh, that feels great. The deck is doing its thing right now. Winota? Okay. A little bit frustrating. Totally not a problem. Pack leader. It's a full doggy tribal. Game over, buddy. Ending the stream on a win, baby. Back into the 90 percentile. Very happy with that. Alright, I'm going to call it a night. It is now 3 AM in Italy. I am extremely tired. Thank you all so much for watching. It means a lot. If you haven't already, it would really be the best present you could give a little lone fox. And subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach that 100 subscriber mark by the end of next month, by the end of June. So if you could all be so kind, and if you're watching this, please just subscribe, and it would really help me out a lot. Of course, don't forget to put a little thumbs up there. It takes 2 seconds. You just scroll down, hit the thumbs up. You can also press the bell icon if you would like to get a notification every time I'm about to go live and start streaming. And of course, if you drop some comments down below, they not only help with the YouTube algorithm to boost this video, but also I get some interaction with my viewers, which I love. So if you could be so kind as to let me know what you think about the deck, what edits you would make, decks that you would like to see me brew in the future, all that sort of stuff is appreciated, and I will be responding, of course. That's all again for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.